Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of my Next Adventure series. Now, as usual, I am going to start off the episode by upgrading my gear a little bit. And I decided I want to camp some Saradomin God Wars in this episode, so I might as well buy myself the best gear possible, which is why I bought myself the Pegasian boots and the Saradomin God Sword for a total of 74 million, or about that. This is basically going to be the best gear that I can have, and hopefully I'm going to get enough money from doing Saradomin that I can afford to buy myself some better gear upgrades in the next episode, such as the Dragon Warhammer and stuff, so I can begin slaying in the next episode. So yeah, that is currently my plan. Hopefully it's going to work out, and hopefully I'm going to get some drops from Saradomin. But yeah, for now, here is the gear upgrades. Oh yeah, I noticed that wasn't actually the best gear, so, here's another quick upgrade. I also decided to buy myself the Armadillo helmet, which now really puts me at the best in slot gear for Saradomin, and, it's gonna be useful for Master Clues, so yeah, here is yet another late gear upgrade. Well, I'm going to start off this episode in a bit of a weird fashion. As you can see, the account on the screen actually isn't my main account. That's my alt account. I've been testing out a duo Saradomin method where my alt basically just attacks the ranger and the major, so that pretty much means that I don't need any food at all. It's a pretty relaxed method, but basically I was doing a Saradomin trip yesterday in the evening and I was pretty tired. And I don't know how, but I didn't notice I was actually recording the screen of my alt. So as you can see, I ended up receiving a Saradomin's Light and a Saradomin Sword. But unfortunately, they are recorded from this different perspective because, it's my mistake. I accidentally ended up recording on my alt, but, still a drop is a drop, so I thought I might as well include it in the video. Okay, well, that's pretty nice. I'm just doing some Callisto with my friend here, and I just got myself an elite clue, as you can see, on Callisto click count 241. So I guess this is a time where I am going to take a small break from this trip and just complete this elite. Well, nothing special from this elite, but, I'm still growing the numbers, and even 130k is above the drop rate, I think. So, I'll take it. It could be better, but it could be a lot worse. Well, here we go. Here is a new Zulrah personal best. 55 seconds this time, and as you can see, I am actually using the bow-only method. I realized after I bought myself the gear for Saradomin that is actually the same gear that is used for the T-bow-only Zulrah, and it isn't as challenging for me. Like, I prefer doing Zulrah with more switches, but this does have the opportunity, such as this one, to basically enable me to get faster personal bests. So I guess I'm going to stick with this method for now. I also save quite a lot of GP when I don't have to recharge my toxic blowpipe so much. So I guess I'm going to stick to Zulrah with the T-bow only method. But, it's a bit too AFK for me. I don't really like that, but I guess if I play my ult at the same time, it's not going to be too bad. Okay, well, this is interesting. Like, the very next drop after I improved my Zulrah personal best, I've gotten myself an elite clue. So, as usual, I am always happy to get elites, and I'll be back in the reward in just a few seconds. Well, I'm back with the reward, and it's actually a pretty decent one, almost 300k, which is, not too bad. I have gotten the Unholy Blessing, which probably adds like 100k to the total reward, but overall, it's just really satisfying to see these numbers that are like more than 100k, so I am pretty happy with this elite. Well, as you can see on your screen, I decided I'm not going to boss for the entire episode as usual. I actually went and gotten myself both the imbued capes that I was still missing, because it added like 300 Totus points to my list, and it's basically just another task that is completed. But I was only missing the Saradomin and Gothic capes, which meant that I had to kill the two monsters from Mage Arena 2. And it's actually quite interesting because the last time I did it, they were like the old design with the like generic recolored demons, and the new monsters actually look pretty nice, and it wasn't as difficult as I remembered to kill them. So I don't know if they were actually nerfed or what's up with that, but I got in myself the two caves, which means that another Totus task is down. I also completed quite a lot of other random tasks, and I still have a few tasks in mind that I want to do in this episode, but I'll see which ones I will actually do. But for now, these are the two God caves obtained. Well, while I was away on vacation, the Theater of Bloods released, which is basically Raids 2, and along with the release there came 7 or 8 new music tracks, which means that I lost the ability to wield and equip my music cape. And I also can't teleport with it anymore, which is kinda annoying if I get some master clues. So I didn't really wanna gear up and do the theater myself because I would have to learn all of the new bosses, and with my gear at the moment, it's just not something that I'm too interested in. despite the drops being very expensive. I think the site is like over 4 billion at the moment, which is like super crazy expensive. But luckily my friend Letalainen is raiding with Woogs, Boaty and some other people, and he let me spectate the raid like the entire from the start till the end. And of course it's Woogs and everyone, so they didn't fail, so it only took me like 30 minutes of AFKing and just spectating to unlock all of the music capes or music tracks. So once again I have 576 music tracks, which means that I can use my music cape once more. So once again, thank you to Letalainen for letting me do this, and yeah, I have my music cape back. Alright, that's pretty sweet. As you can see, First Fox just received a Malediction Shard 3 from Scorpia, which is actually pretty nice. The reason why we are doing Scorpia is because we were getting constantly crashed on Callisto today by the same team. They had like 6 or 7 people that were just hopping around all worlds and just crashing us. But yeah, we decided to do Scorpia and it paid off in the end. So we got a Malediction Shard 3 here, and hopefully the split is going to be decent. Alright, and here is another elite clue coming in from Callisto, this time on kill count 308. So I guess I'm going to finish off this trip and then do this elite. Alright, and this is what I like to see. Here is a master clue coming in from the elite clue number 132. Along with a pretty decent reward actually, 250k almost, which is not bad, but now I'm going to finish this Master Clue and hopefully get the Bloodhound. Well, unfortunately no Bloodhound from this Master Clue, but here is Master Clue 119 completed, and it's actually looking pretty poor. It's even less money than the Elite before it was, but you know, I can't complain too much. I'm just slowly making my way towards the Bloodhound drop rate, so you know, I'll take anything that I get along the way. Well, I decided this episode is going to feature quite a lot of random content. Well, not a lot of it actually made the cut for the videos, because I actually did quite a lot of stuff, but I think this is worthy of a clip. Basically, I am here at Fossil Island in the museum camp, and at first I think it was only this page, like basically where you had to construct the entire museum camp. But then they added all of the other tasks for like the northern reaches and like the southern swamps and basically every single area. And as you can see, I basically completed all of the other 3 areas now. It wasn't really that hard, you know, there were just some random tasks that I basically had to wait to complete them, such as like harvesting the seaweed that took 35 minutes to grow, I think, and I don't know where it is, somewhere around here. Yeah, catch birds in a birdhouse. This one actually gave me quite a lot of problems, because at first I didn't use the birdhouses in the Verdant Valley or whatever. But, you know, in the end, I managed to do it, and I can now just speak to Peter for a reward, and I think I should be getting 5 small and 10 medium fossils. So, basically, if I go through the dialogue options, yep, there we go. Here are 5 small fossils, and now I got 5 medium fossils, and now I get another 5 more medium fossils. So, yeah, as you can see, that's everything off the list. But yeah, there are basically always fossils around to find. I don't really have a use for the small fossils anymore, but these medium fossils are actually going to come in pretty nicely, because I will be able to finish off 2 more museum cases. But the important thing for me is that this gave me 300 Totus points, if I'm not mistaken, so you know, I'm just slowly making my way up to the next Totus rank. And, you know, obviously crossing off tasks from my completion list as I go along with it. Well, another drop in First Fox's name. This time it's a Dragon Pickaxe from Callisto. I'm not really sure how much KC he has, but he should be around 300 as well. And this is his first pickaxe actually, so he was kind of dry at Callisto. I mean, I am kind of dry for the pickaxe as well, I think. But you know, it's just nice to receive one, and yeah, it's going to make for a nice 2 million-ish split, I think. Okay, not bad. Here's an elite clue coming in from Saradomin on kill count 795. Still no hilts or any other drops, but you know, I'm always happy to receive elites because I can just progress towards the 200 elites completed mark. Okay, well, here's a Saradomin sword coming in on 804 kill count. It's not exactly a hilt, but I'll gladly take it. You know, this pretty much means that my trip has once again broken even, so, you know, I will probably make a profit, because as you can see by my inventory, I basically just started killing in this trip. But yeah, I'm just rambling on too much. Here is a Saradomin sword on 804 kill count. Finally I got something. Here is an Armadillo crossbow on kill count 837. It's not exactly a hilt, I still haven't gotten a hilt yet, but an Armadillo crossbow is like almost as good. It's a 30 million added into my drop tab, which more than doubles it at this point, I think. And wow, I'm just gonna quickly pick it up just in case it doesn't disappear. But yes, finally this made the trip worthwhile. My second Armadillo crossbow so far, so I am kinda lucky as far as the crossbows go. But wow, I'm super happy. It's like super nice to finally get something from Saradomin. What? I just gotten a Sarah sword from a minion. Okay then. I guess I'll take it, but that's a weird drop. Okay, wow, well, this Saradomin trip keeps on giving even after it's been finished. Here's the elite clue that I got earlier, and as you can see, I got another master clue, so that's back-to-back masters from elite rewards, which, you know, is nothing to complain about. Even though the elite reward is nothing special, 162k, which is still quite a lot for elites, I think. But, you know, the main thing is the master clue, which I'm very happy to receive, and yeah, what an amazing Saradomin trip that was. Well, there we go, here is master clue 120 completed. A pretty average reward, I'd say 364k, which is nothing too special, but if I count the elite reward from earlier as well, that means that I basically got in another 500,000 after the Saradomin trip ended. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. My loot tab keeps on growing, and so are the numbers for the Masters and Elites completed. So, yeah, overall, a really successful Saradomin trip. Okay, not bad. Decided to do some Zulrah again, and I just got myself an Uncut Onyx, which unfortunately is now the least valuable drop, but still it's a free 3 million, which I'll gladly take. I had a feeling this is going to be a fast kill. As you can see, I just beaten my Zulrah personal best once more, this time by 2 seconds. 53 seconds is my new personal best, which is pretty sweet. I didn't actually expect I was going to beat it once, let alone twice in the same episode. But I guess the T-bow only method does make for like some extremely fast kills if you have like really nice hits. So yeah, I'll definitely take the 53-second personal best, and you know, the goal for now is to sometime in the future reach like under 50 seconds, which is probably going to be hard, but you know, it's something to look forward to. Okay, that's interesting. The very next skill after beating my personal best, here is an elite clue from Zulrah as well, so yeah, I'll go and complete it. Okay, another reward that's nothing too special, but here is a 150k added into the drop tab, I suppose, so yeah, not all is bad. Alright, that's sweet. I decided I was going to do one last Saradomin trip, and this is basically near the beginning, and I already got myself an elite clue from it. So hopefully the trip will continue on in this fashion with many drops. Alright, here is a nice little milestone coming in from Saradomin. I've just reached 1000 KC, which means that I am 1/5 of the way to the pet drop rate. But the more interesting part for me is the fact that I still haven't gotten a Saradomin Hilt yet, like not even one. Which is super unfortunate given that it's a 1 in 508 drop rate, and it's actually one of the main reasons why I am actually doing Saradomin, because I wanted to get a hilt or two for my loot tab so that I can buy some better gear. But yeah, unfortunately no hilt yet, but here is 1000 KC. Now I am probably going to finish this trip because, as you can see from my inventory, I still have quite a lot of supplies. And then probably call it quits for this episode, because I think I have quite a lot of content already, and you know, maybe I'll get some more items from Saradomin. So yeah, I'll be back in the next clip, I suppose. Okay, well, here is another drop from Saradomin. It's the Saradomin's Light again, which is unfortunately the worst drop I can get. But still, a drop is a drop, even though I've been getting a lot of these Saradomin Lights. But yeah, I guess I'll take it. Okay, well, I usually don't really make clips like these because I just think it's pointless, but I guess I'll make an exception for this case because I just got myself a back-to-back magic seed, which is 1 in 128, like just for getting one seed. So this is kind of a pretty rare drop, but I don't really mind it so much. Like, I know some YouTubers make a really big deal out of these, like basically every rune sword, magic seed, whatever is like a 1 minute just rambling clip, like this one exactly. But, you know, I try not to make a habit of it. But, yeah, I don't know. I just thought this drop was really interesting because it's like back-to-back magic seeds. But, yeah. Well, here we go. Here is the last elite clue of this episode. 130k, which is nothing too special. Unfortunately, I didn't get a master clue. I was kind of hoping I would get it, but, you know, I can't get it in every single clue. So, yeah, overall, I'm not going to be complaining too much. And now I'm off to sell my loot tab. Whew, okay, well, we are at the end of the episode, finally. Now, the reason why I say finally is because it took such a long time to record. I realized that it's been over a month since the last episode was released. Now, there are a few reasons for that. One of the main reasons is that I was on vacation. I spent a week in Amsterdam where I had an amazing time. But then, even after I came back home to Slovenia, I've just been really busy. me and a couple of my friends started playing Dungeons and Dragons. I never played it before, and it's actually a pretty fun game. Now, unfortunately, no one wanted to be the dungeon master, so I had to become one. So right now I am spending quite a lot of time planning our next adventure, which is going to be a homebrew adventure of the second age of the RuneScape history. So I have a lot of stuff to research about it, and it just overall it takes a lot of time where I can basically just AFK on RuneScape. But speaking of AFKing, I recently started doing some light cooking. I am not really going for 200 mil cooking XP. It's just something that I do while I need to AFK, because it's like a minute of AFKing between each inventory. And you know, it's decent XP and it's a profit. So I've just slowly been cooking away at Karambons. I am ending the episode at almost 17.5 million XP. So that's a bit over 4 million XP post 99, which actually gave me, I think, like 15,000 ranks, which is pretty sweet. Now, I'm not really going to chase 200 million cooking hardcore, but you know, eventually I want to get it. So I don't know, if I get like 5 million cooking XP per episode, it's going to be decent. Like, it's still going to take a long time to get 200 million cooking, but you know, it's just the fact that I'm slowly moving towards it that counts for me. Now, regarding the plans for the next episode, I am probably going to start slaying. My plans kind of got ruined a bit because honestly I was thinking I am going to get a Saradomin Hilt in this episode, which would boost my loot tab by another 40 million, which would allow me to make so many gear upgrades. Now, I don't really know what I'm gonna buy. I am really leaning towards the Dragon Warhammer heavily, but like I also want the Primordial Boots, the Bandage Chestplate, the Abyssal Bludgeon, because I have a KQ task. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out. But yeah, I think this is it for this episode. I'm rambling on way too much. The total loot was 76 million, which is actually pretty decent. Like I said, if it was another hilt, that would have been over 100 million, which would allow me to buy everything I wanted. But unfortunately, I can't always have my way. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching if you got it this far. I am going to start recording the next episode immediately, and hopefully it's going to come out a bit sooner than in 1 month. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching. I don't know, leave a comment down below if you want to. No, just let me know how you think this episode went. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching.